speed, then turn into the countryside. Really see what this car can do.
Turn right.
Yeah, great speed! But let's see how you handle some corners.
In 400 yards, turn right.
You want to tell me about the car, don't you?
I thought you'd never ask! So, VUL is an abbreviation. It stands for Vehicles of Ultra Lightweight and High Performance. It was started by two brothers, Guillermo and Iker Echeverria. Less sightseeing, more going fast. The VUL 05 is a track-focused supercar, designed and produced in Mexico, but tested and optimized in the UK. I even think I saw one at the festival when I was over there. We're driving the pre-production version of the VUL 05RR, the even more track-focused version. Somehow, the designers reduced the weight by 65 kilos and increased the power to nearly 400 bhp. Then they lowered the engine by 50 millimeters to drop the center of gravity and improve cornering.
Impressive!
They're pretty serious about the ultra-light part. The 05RR even has an option for titanium bolts, saving another 4.5 kilos.
What does the RR stand for?
Road and Racing. The car was designed for an enhanced track experience, but remains road legal.
In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
Few stars.
Perfect.
Slightly under
There's
the
a couple
bar.
of other things you can help out with, if it's not too much trouble.
Oh, you're never gonna let me live that down, are you? Call me.
I just got my hands on a piece of Mexican racing history. Wanna see?
Of course, I'm on my way.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Let me guess. Today's episode of Mexican Automotive History with Ramiro is about the Baja 1000.
You are very perceptive, my friend. This dune buggy was the first car to race here. Let's take it for a spin. The Baja 1000 is probably the most prestigious race held in Mexico. Do you know how it all started?
I assume the Myers-Manx has something to do with it?
Correct again. The Baja 1000 started as a very elaborate marketing campaign for the car you're driving. But let me start from the beginning. On the 22nd of March, 1962, Dave Eakins and Billy Robertson did the first real Baja run. They went from Tijuana to La Paz in 39 hours, 56 minutes on new Honda CL72 Scrambler motorcycles. So they probably were a bit sore afterwards. They got a lot of media coverage though. A year later, Myers started to work on a prototype buggy he called Old Red in his garage in Newport. It was based on the VW Beetle, and it paved the way for what we know as buggies. Cars that are built for off-roading using the Beetle as a donor chassis. But I guess they wanted even more publicity because in April 1967, Myers decided to make an attempt at breaking Eakins' record. And it worked! Myers did it in 34 hours and 45 minutes, beating Eakins for more than 5 hours. The rivalry was known as Bug Meets Bike in Baja. Sounds like something you did back in the UK, doesn't it? Myers-Manx became an overnight sensation as a result, and suddenly they were friendly races all across the Baja. It wasn't long before they realized they needed something more organized, and that was Mexican 1000. Guess who won the inaugural event?
Myers-Manx?
You're on fire today! Yes, in 27 hours and 38 minutes. The official race was 100 miles shorter than the original route, but it's still impressive. The Mexican 1000 was later renamed to the Baja 1000 and is run to this day.
In 200 yards, turn left.
Taking this one shot. Put it into the car, good. Go straight. The car's gearbox garbage.
In 100 yards, turn left.
rock. You've seen it.
I love that story. My abuela used to tell it to me at least once a year.
You know that. Don't say that.
Hey, come quick! Papa Fernando needs your help!
Oh, okay. I'll be right there.
Turn left.
I need to fix this fucking controller, man. Keep pushing the wrong button to gear down. Forgot the fucking rewind shit.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
It's gonna be much. Shit.
In 400 yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left.
Definitely different.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Hey, the 250 GTO's all cleaned up. Come see it in the auto show. We need to have a talk.
In 100 yards, turn left. In 100 yards, turn left. have arrived at your destination.
I'm afraid Lavina that didn't take that with me. But
See that? That is the most expensive Ferrari ever sold at auction. The last time one was found sitting on a trailer, it ended up being worth $40 million. So, what do? I know a few dealers I could call.
gotta keep a Ferrari, man.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Oh, right. I get it now.
To be honest, though, it was me who needed your help, not Papa Fernando.
Can't follow that logic. Who are the other racers?
It's this new street racing crew that's been hanging around. I think they're here to see what you can do. Let's show them. He's eager. But this isn't really a street race. There's no checkpoints, just the finish line. So keep to the route and get there first. Nice overtake! It's hard to overstate the effect that the Beetle had when it arrived in Mexico in 1954. Before that, all we had were these huge American cars. So this new European-style car with its shape and light chassis and those adorable headlights and an engine that anyone with a tractor could fix was, well, a complete game changer. They were so exciting that they were displayed at the Ciudad Universitaria in Mexico City, and there were lines to come and see this new car. Keep it up! We'll win this! Production of the Beetle started in Mexico soon after 7 of them finished the Carrera Panamericana. Before that, people were a bit worried about reliability, you see. We Mexicans love a good-looking car. But a car that can do work is better. The Panamericana convinced us. And in '61, Automex had assembled 250 of them. By '62, the first plant had opened in Jalostoc, making 10 of them a day. We love that car. So another plant opened in Puebla in 1967. And in '71, El Bocho became the official taxi of Mexico City, which is why you see so many of them today. It's funny. The first Bochos were imports, or CKDs. But in 1971, we were exporting them to Costa Rica, and back to West Germany, Austria, Belgium, everywhere in Europe. It was a sad day in 2003 when the last Volkswagen Sedan Última Edición rolled off the production line and went home to the Volkswagen Museum in Wolfsburg. Now that's more like it! Eso, Bochito, eso! So loved was the Bocho that it eventually outsold the Ford Model T to become the world's best-selling car. And was the first to reach 20 million sales. Sure, other cars have staked their claim on that title in recent years, but none are so timeless and unchanged as the Bocho. That is a great car. Probably the most iconic car in all of Mexico. Ay, es increíble que un auto tan pequeño deje un vacío tan grande. Adiós, Sedan. Thanks. I'll call you when I've got that next one ready. I have a brilliant idea.
Another one? What happened to the last idea?
This one is better. Meet me in town.
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. yards. Turn left.
Across all speed traps. Are we under-tuning these or... No, wait. I forgot, it's you. The scores are probably fine.
In 400 yards, turn left. Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
I have two cars here. A first-generation Volkswagen and a seventh-generation Volkswagen Golf. Made in Mexico for almost half a century. Sadly, they stopped building them in 2021. But we can still race them. What do you say? To make it fair, I will give you a chance to make an informed choice. Let's go for a test drive. And I've got lots to tell you about Volkswagen Mexico.
Second, be right back.
Folks, Volkswagen Mexico headquarters are in Puebla City. It started production in 1967 with the famous Beetle. As we call it, the Bocho. VW made multiple attempts at replacing the famous Beetle with newer models, but all of them failed way short of achieving the production
Hey, this one
figures
drives better
until the
than the other
Volkswagen
one
Golf
does,
came into play.
This is probably not a lethal speed NFS unbound. Pretty good for with an off-road build. This game is very
The
good
first
off-road.
generation was released in Mexico as the Volkswagen Caribe, and had quite a few variations, including the Golf
Lethal
GTI
speed
you're
E,
driving
it wasn't
right
that
now.
bad, but it wasn't that bad. Power star, I think was the matter.
VW engineers, inspired by the Beetle GSR, designed and prototyped the Golf in secret as a Skunk Works project. Little did they know that the Golf GTI would become the hot hatch.
That the shit grips, it does not stand. It just grabs.
Shall we jump 40 years in the future and try the 7th generation? The 7th generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. If you want to go again, we can do that. The 7th generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. If you want to go again, we can do that.
What the hell you should do to get the fucking G-Star? I'm not even sure what you need to do. What the fuck?
The seventh generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. If you want to go again, we can do that. The 7th generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. If you want to go again, we can do that. The 7th generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. all right.
Maybe they just
Enough
fucking
driving
drove
around.
or something.
Let's go head to
Hate
head.
that shit.
After you've had a chance to rest. I'm a fair man. I'll let you choose. Which Golf do you want to drive for our little race?
I'll take the Golf GTI.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. At the roundabout. You have arrived at your destination.
I hope you know some shortcuts. See you at the finish line. Don't make me wait for too long. I see what you're doing, but you still can't win.
I wasn't looking, man. Fine. Still not bad.
What a race! I am actually surprised the first generation still holds up. I'm sure you didn't cheat. I have a story to tell you, my friend, about the old wolf in the swamp.
Are we going to a zoo?
A swamp? I'll pick you up.
Yards. Turn left. Turn left. In 400 yards, turn left. Calculating route. In 100 yards, turn sharp right. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Es pequeño, but it's right in the heart of one of the most beautiful villages in Mexico. Right by the East Coast, too. You're gonna love it. Muy bien, que aproveche. You'll want to get a broom for all that sand.
Oh, and check out my latest masterpiece. Accolade exclusive to the Hall of Fame. It's challenges only you can take on. You're welcome.
I hope you know some shortcuts. See you at the finish line. Don't make me wait for too long. Aha! See what you're doing, but you still can't win. What a race! The difference 40 years makes! I have a story to tell you, my friend. About the old wolf in the swamp.
Are we going to a zoo?
A swamp? I'll pick you up.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
That's the old wolf.
No, that's an old truck. The wolf is waiting for us at the swamp. Haley asked us to clear some debris. And I've got just the car. But we need to get there first.
Of course! Who do you think I am?
The driver who destroyed a record-breaking amount of fences.
Oh, that's fair.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Careful there!
In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
See? Got here in one piece.
And gave me a few heart attacks. This car is too old for this kind of driving! And now, let me introduce you to the Ford Lobo. This car is more your style.
Now that is a heckin' good wolf.
We call it Lobo here. Marketing in this country is outstanding. Let's get to work. See all that Russian stuff? Clear it out. What? No! It's not just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. It is just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. In the 90s, Ford decided that they needed to rebrand the F-150 for the Mexican market. And the name Lobo just has a real ring to it. They started using the badge in 1997, and the rest is history. The Ford Lobo quickly became one of the most popular vehicles in the country. Lobo is still used for the modern Rangers like the one based on the F-150 Raptor you're driving. But we don't just call it Lobo. No. We call it Lobo Raptor.
So it's the same car?
Now, there are loads of differences, like a dog and a wolf. Lobo only comes in XLT and with higher trim levels. The base version is still sold in Mexico as the F-150, but the Lobo is the Elite F-150. Great. Job's done. And the scratches will buff right out. Thanks for the help. Now I just need to get my abuelo's old F-100 back to the garage. I've got 1,400 horses and I need you to help with them.
I think I know what this is. I'll be right over.
In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 200 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Buena Esperanza. Disappear into the jungle with only the temples for company. Who doesn't want to do that sometimes? Hey there! So, look at this. 1,400 horses of electric Ford Mustang. Get in! Let's take this down to the beach. Stick it in AWD if you like. There's some nice curves up ahead. Calm down. I know you like to go fast, but I had a big breakfast. This is 2021's EV of the year. And it was up against things like the Taycan and the e-tron and the Recharge. It set 3 Guinness World Records, and it's inspired by the beautiful original Mach 1. And I'm telling you all of this because the Mach E was built right here in Mexico at Cuautitlán Assembly. Whoa! How do you make it go around corners like that? I'm really asking. Hey, I have to keep this back. Be careful with it. Cuautitlán Assembly has been building cars since the 60s. And more than 2.2 million cars later, we're sitting in an actual space machine made here in Mexico. Quite a journey from Cougars and Thunderbirds and F-150s to this. This isn't just a prototype. Cuautitlan Assembly does a range of options for the Mach-E. A 68 kilowatt-hour standard and an 88 kilowatt-hour extended range version. It will give you over 300 miles of range on a single charge. Hey! This isn't your Mach-E! Be careful with it! I have to give it back. The Performance GT version is the really wild one. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. This one is quite a bit faster. Honestly, when I first tried it, I had to go and sit in a quiet room for a bit. And I've flown airplanes in a storm. It's wild tech. You can switch from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive at the touch of a button. And when you get into tuning, you can basically tweak every one of the 7 engines individually. It can make 1,400 horsepower and a ton of downforce at 160 miles per hour thanks to the Aero 2.
So what you're saying is, not bad for something that weighs...
And
I mean,
there
they click
we go.
L3 to switch to fucking
Sunrise
drive.
over the sea.
That's why they can shoot the front through
But
drive,
we're not
all-wheel
done.
drive or
There's one more thing to
back-wheel
look
drive.
at.
That's weird.
I'll let you know as soon as I have found it.
Back-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? I was on all-wheel drive. I was on back-wheel drive a while ago. Front-wheel drive maybe runs. Maybe four-wheel drive drives better than the.
Okay, this one will be epic. I found a Porsche Carrera. You know what that means?
Racing? And what do you mean, found?
In a barn, of course. And of course it's racing. Come meet me at Guanajuato.
Trying to find a fast travel somewhere here. I can fast travel. Oh, there's my home right here. That's it.
In 400 yards, turn right. At the roundabout, take the third exit. In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right. Recalculating route. In 100 yards, turn sharp right. You have arrived at your destination.
This beauty got her name from the Carrera Panamericana. The races don't run anymore, but who can blame us if we take it out one more time? Right? Let's see what this car can do. There's Jamin. Guess he wanted one last race.
Let's do this!
This just slides a lot.
The first race had 132 competitors, and everyone turned up. Amateurs to F1 drivers, men, women, professionals, anyone who had a car.
Do you know anyone who participated?
Aleja thinks Papa Fernando did, but she thinks Papa Fernando did everything. I know we used to go to the races with my grandfather. Ah, qué buenos recuerdos. There was no speed limit before 2012, and you'd see cars doing 180 miles per hour. Not that I'd know anything about that. 2,178 miles of the Pan American Highway run through Mexico. The race itself had 9 stages and lasted 5 days. But the sheer distance wasn't the only challenge. Constant changes in the elevations from sea level to 3 kilometers up. The most challenging road race in the world. The winner of the very first Carrera Panamericana was Herschel McGriff, who drove an Oldsmobile 88 at an average speed of 88 miles per hour. The Porsche Carrera got its name thanks to Hans Hermann, who won the small sports cars category in 1954. He drove the Porsche 550 Spider and came 3rd overall. He was sick before the race, and his tires came off at the start. He really pulled through against the odds. Porsche had 6 cars competing in 1954, and all of them made it through the end. A lot of others didn't, let me tell you.
Enjoying yourself, are you? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling you were.
1954 was the last year the original Carrera Panamericana took place. But it gave us the most famous Porsche model, the Carrera you're driving right now. The Carrera RS 2.7 was the first production street racing 911. It was built on the 911S 2.4, the fastest Porsche you could buy at the time, and the popular choice in the later Carrera Panamericana races. The race was revived in 1988 and ran to 2016. This is Jamin's exit. Having fun, my friend. Take care.
Looking forward to seeing what you can do out there. Have fun now, yeah?
Great race. Almost like we did a little Panamericana with a friend. Anyways, hope you had fun with this little stroll through cars hechos en Mexico.
It was great. And let me know if you find any other cars like that.
Arrived at your destination.
Oh man, did I write that? Haley is gonna... good job on that one. Top marks. And never speak of this again, okay? Nice. Working through those speed zones, yeah? Give me a minute to reach Festival Ops next time. I want to watch.
Welcome to the Hall of
What
Fame,
happened? What
home
happened?
to the greatest drivers in Horizon history. But you know what? I'll just say you're not finished yet. The festival playlist is full of exclusive rewards and drivers who'd give anything to line up against a legend like you. You made it, but why stop there, right? Where to next?
handle a car like that.
Ah, well, it's not a patch on your sideways skills, that's for sure.
Modest as always. So, what are we doing?
I need a third-party evaluation of the modifications to my Sprinter.
So just drifted down the runway? Let's go.
A nice show for the local drift club, just like back in the UK. There we go, that's everything shaken out and warmed up. Feel free to keep going, though. The temp on those tyres is coming up nicely. Keep at it.
The best way around a corner.
Actually, there is increasing acceptance of the value of lateral velocity in shortening a corner, even in more conventional racing contexts.
It's been too long, Rob.
Head back to the top if you want another run.
So, when is the grand opening of Drift Club Mexico?
Who told you about that?
You're too easy, Rob. Call me for the next one, you hear?
Do you have time to drop by and have a look at my Nissan? For the thing.
Sure, Rob. Anything for not Drift Club Mexico.
You know, I bet Rami 50 pesos you 3-star every speed trap by next week. You better help me win, because I don't have 50 pesos.
In 100 yards, in 100 yards, turn right. Arrived at your destination.
So, what have we got here?
The Nismo GTR. I do love a Nissan. One of the best drift platforms in the world. In my opinion, of course. Evidence for other opinions is welcome.
We've got a route. Right, let's see what this can do.
It's technical. Some very tight turns along the reservoir. Rear-wheel drive is perfect for this, though. tight set of corners coming. Of course, this is all-wheel drive. And pricey. Usually you see them on the pro drifting circuit. Luckily, we had one knocking around the festival, so I had a look at it for you. The GTR is famous as a modular platform, and that's not just because of the wheelbase and the organic grip.
That's a good car. What's the next recruitment vehicle?
Recruitment? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sure. Call me.
Maybe spare a drift automatic, not sure. Just drifting up. Next time. Automatic. Good. Manual, I was driving.
When you're over by the bridge,
limit,
drop
limit.
back. You know what?
I'll slide right over then.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Try and get these ones. Let's see these.
Yards, turn right. In 400 yards, turn sharp left. In 100 yards, turn sharp right. Yards, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Bad, those things.
That's the Formula Drift 325. Very nice. Not stock, though.
Not at all. Get in. I'll tell you as we go. Rear-wheel drive, 6.2-litre V8 engine, developing 750 bhp. custom camber for optimal entrance and exit angles. It's quite the piece of engineering. So, this is an interesting technical challenge. Drifting uphill. The additional inertia is a very intriguing factor in how you achieve the optimal corner approach. Alejandra said this was her first drift car. That makes sense. Abundant parts, reliable, and easy to work on, too. Interested in how we calculate drift. As before,
I was driven in second. I would get it all. Get rid of the 450. Second is it? Low gear.
Accolades. Have a look at them. There's a bit of a reward for doing them all.
I'll take a look. Call me for the next one.
I like the car though.
When you've got a moment, drop by the Copper Canyon.